So in today's video, we're going to be reacting to a player that has a 7+ EKI ratio and over 1,000 nuclears. So throughout the video, we're going to analyze his gameplay and we're going to find out what makes him so good and see what we can actually take away from this and incorporate in your gameplay. And this is something I typically like to do on the channel. If you do enjoy the video in any way, please remember to hit the like button. And if you're brand new and you'd like to improve at Call of Duty, make sure you go ahead and hit that red subscribe button with notifications on so you'll be able to find your way back to the channel. And just so you have a heads up about Haribi, he was uploading nuclears in World War II because they didn't have a medal system, and he was the first player to reach 1,000 nuclears within that game as well. And I think he was only 1 or 2 weapons off that gemmed out challenge before they changed how you had to earn it. And in addition to that, he's one of the only people I've ever heard of got a fist only nuked out in hardcore free-for-all. So throughout the video, we'll be taking a look at what makes him so good and what we could take away from that so we can improve our own skill set if you're watching this video. So right here's the start of the first nuclear, and he obviously is using that overpowered Reaper specialist, gonna get a few kills here and there, but a majority of the actual streak is going to be because of the gun kills. And you're going to see he uses that compound sight on the Damon 3XB, and he primarily uses it as SMG, but when he needs to, he can actually hit those people at medium to long range because of that specific sight. The other thing that you'll notice in this particular gunfight is he does have stim shot. He was able to take damage, get out of position, and then he ends up outplaying this guy. The guy jumps out the window thinking the guy's moving back through there, and he's able to be right behind him and take the guy out. And right here, he will be patient at time when he needs to. You see the guys coming around. And another thing that he tends to do very often is that he will pre-fire. Even if he doesn't 100% know someone's coming around the corner, he's going to pre-fire, try to land a couple shots. And then if he realizes the guy's not coming around the corner, he stops firing the weapon. So it's a combination of pre-firing, pre-aiming, and a lot of just outplaying your opponent by positioning yourself the right way. You can see he's expecting someone to come around the corner, and he will pre-fire before the guy comes around. Once he realizes that that guy is not really going to be in a good engagement for him, he decides to back off, move towards his teammates. And that's a smart play, especially when you're going for nuclears. You need to continue to make the smart plays. There's other times when you need to be aggressive and make an aggressive play. For the most part, you're going to play smart to get these nuclears. You still got to play relatively fast, because if you play too slow, you're going to run out of time. In this particular mode, it's the endurance domination mode. It's going to go up to 400, or deathmatch domination, where the kills add up to the score, so halftime ends up stopping at 200. So you can see he's pre-aiming, he's shooting through there, and then ends the guy and getting taken out by the streak. And you can see the streaks he's running. He's running the aerial streaks that can't be hacked and turned against him. He does have a UAV for that map awareness, which is a little bit lower end streak, which is great for knowing where the enemies are going to be. And then you can see he's also running some lethal streaks. He's running that Thresher as well as the Sniper Nest. And the good thing about those is they will get kills, not maybe a ton of kills depending on the map, but they will put you in a lot more 1v1 scenarios, because a lot of times as enemies come out, they get killed individually, you end up in these 1v1 scenarios instead of 2 or 3v1s, which will typically end your streak with the higher time to kill. So you can see at the start of this, he's actually pushing with his team and he's waiting for that UAV to pass. Someone just called it in, and then as it sweeps by, he gets a good idea of where all the enemies are. You can see that there is one enemy sitting in the back of the spawn, and he's looking to try and go for a flank right here because the guy is facing the other direction. He got rid of the spawn beacon. The little thing is blocking him right here with the barbed wire, but he's able to peek just enough to get the kill, and that led to the sniper's nest. So right now he's got to play his life to at least get the Thresher. If he sits still or maybe even shoots this, he's going to get that Thresher. So that was a smart move there just to get him up to the next streak. And like I've talked about in a lot of my videos, those streaks will start to thin to herd. You can see right there it took out 3. So if there's anyone available, it's only gonna be 1 or 2 people. If they happen to be nearby, you can see how he's just spraying that guy in the corner, takes him out, and he's in a pretty good spot. So far on the streak, it's been pretty smooth sailing, but you can see they got this counter UAV in the air, which is gonna make it a little bit hard to predict where enemies are gonna be. Luckily, there's some barbed wire on the right and some teammates sitting behind a barricade on that left. And all they're really going to have to worry about is someone being in the window. The teammate went around that way, just waiting for the UAV to clear up so he'd be able to get that mini map and then know where he can position himself. Teammates running through, seeing if he's going to push through. You got to play cautious. You do have to play smart. And for a lot of people, that's way easier said than done. Obviously, in this particular scenario, you do have to play patient when you need to play patient. Bust out the special weapon. Someone did put that radar shroud. Sees the teammate goes in, so now he can kind of push in with it, and then he ends up shooting that down. Now he has a little bit of map awareness. He sees someone in the spawn, and we know that this weapon's very strong. So if you're going to go on a long streak, this is a good way to utilize that and actually overpower your opponents, because this thing can actually get you a significant part of your streak. Now you can see he's starting to rotate. He's expecting someone to come through, so he repositions himself on top where he's going to have a better sight line. And this is a smart play. He's continuing to pre-fire as people are going to run in. Took a little bit of damage. He does have that stim shot to help bring him back to full health rather quickly, and has another set of streaks. Calls him in without worry. He still has about 100 square to go between the kills and the capture objective, and only needs about 8 or 9 kills to get that nuclear. So he just can play this a little bit slower, and he's going to be able to get the streak. You can see he knows where the guy's coming out. He positions his body the right way, strafes out, pre-aims that area, shoots the guy, but ends up being the sniper's nest took the guy out. Now he's running across to the other side, and you're seeing how he's positioning himself. He sees that the enemies are working their way all the way around, so he's debating which way he wants to go, and then he comes back through here. He's going to pre-aim this area, knowing that the guy's coming in, fires as the guy comes through, able to take him out pretty easily. He sees there's another guy over here. You can see how he positioned himself the same way. See if he can help out his teammate. Teammate looks like he took the guy out, and now he's going back around to the other side. Looks like he's comfortable with that right side being covered because there's 2 teammates there, and then you can see that there's enemies coming from the spawn. The guy looks like he's taking the objective, so all he's doing is got to position himself so he can take out somebody as they're coming through spawn. Thresher comes through, does a little bit of damage, and I know some people will say, hey, you know what, you have to have a god lobby or whatever the case is. He's literally playing against a level 1000. He has the brutal, and he only needs the 5 more kills. This is the only sketchy part in the entire streak, and you're going to see it happen right here. There's always going to be there's like 1, 2, or 3 of these in every single match. He pushes down, able to take this guy out as he's working back through the spawn. He ends up shooting this guy, close gunfight there, but he wins it, and then he ends up kind of pre-aiming and then backing off. And then you can see he's kind of pre-aiming the area. He's pre-firing. You see how he's pulling that trigger before the guy even runs through, and has another sniper's nest. And right now he's only a couple kills off of this nuclear streak. You can see how he's pre-firing. He backs off. The guy ends up running in, lands a couple shots on him. Luckily he's able to clean the guy up, get back to full health with the stim shot, and then reposition and try and get another easy kill. He's working back through. The barbed wire is there. He's got to go ahead and relocate to another position and see if anyone's going to push this area. Look like someone's in the window. He turns back around. He can see the guys coming through. He ends up lining up the shot. For whatever reason, he misses the shots there. And this ends up being kind of a sketchy situation. But he's able to take that guy out, get the nuclear, get to full health, and then reposition and try and re-engage. And that's pretty much how it goes. You would cut that one really close. You can see a lot of master prestiges in that lobby. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please remember to hit the like button. And if you're brand new around here, you'd like to improve at Call of Duty, found the video helpful, make sure you do subscribe with notifications on. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.